Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper, and today is Monday, July the 11th, 2016. Most things are going really good in the garden. Everything's growing like gangbusters. I've got fruit and vegetables everywhere. I've had one small tragedy that I'm going to show you that's happened since yesterday morning. Alright, so here are the tomato plants. They are going to need another pruning and stringing very soon, which I'll probably get to that tomorrow. As you can see, for the most part, we just have tomatoes down in here pretty much everywhere. I'll just kind of take you for a look down through here at all these tomatoes. So coming up here is the tragedy that I wanted to talk about. This plant has died. During my morning inspection yesterday, this plant was very strong. When I came out for evening inspection, it had started to wilt just a little and look a little wilty. I gave it some extra water and it did not recover. Just quick and severe death of the plant. Every branch and the growing tip is pretty much dead. I can't really explain this. The plant was perfectly healthy and showing no signs of stress. There's no damage to the stalk. There was no signs of disease. There's no signs of any issues whatsoever. I did pull a few weeds here and there yesterday. I don't recall pulling any by this one, but I may have. And I may have disturbed the roots in a major way by pulling a weed. That's all I can think of. So I'll harvest those green tomatoes and we'll have some fried green tomatoes, and I will get that out of the garden before it attracts pests and further disease. Okay, so on the cantaloupe, everything is going good. As you can probably see on this one, they are getting up over the T-frames now. They probably need a little pruning and restringing. I have pruned a lot of the suckers off. They are starting to set cantaloupe. So let me show you a couple here. There is one cantaloupe. And let's see, here is another one. And there's a couple others in here. And I'm also starting to see a lot of female flowers. Now, just so you know, here's one that's going to set, it looks like, right here. Your female flowers will have a little fruit behind them. And those are the ones that you want to pollinate. And as you can see here, it grows out on this sucker. If it grows a couple flowers out and there's no females, you can prune that sucker. And if this one does set, then we'll prune anything that grows beyond that. I have more cucumbers growing, as you can see, and I did have a growing tip break off of this plant while stringing it. So what I had to do is I'm letting this sucker grow out and continue to go up the string, and I'm looking here and it looks like I may have some damage. I'm going to have to get that strung up pretty quick before that growing tip breaks. These have a tendency, these particular cantaloupe, to really fall off the strings much more than the cantaloupe I grew last time did. But we'll see how they produce and how much I get out of them. So next I'll go ahead and show you the peppers. So we have been harvesting some banana peppers out of here and eating them, and there's a whole bunch more setting and growing all down in here. I'll see if I can show you a couple. They're kind of way down in here. Here you go. In fact, some of those could be picked before long. And there's plenty of new ones down in here growing. So lots of peppers there. I'm just starting to get some of these small bell peppers, or sweet bell pepper plants. These are my smaller plants. They're starting to set some. And I guess I have a bigger one or two down in here. And here's another one right here on the end. I'll show you. So yeah, we're starting to make peppers. Exciting times. They all look like very healthy, happy plants. And they're producing. So I'm sure I'm going to have a good full growing season of peppers. So the corn's just about as tall as me now. It looks very healthy and happy. No problems with it. I'm sure I'll be starting to see it tassel out here pretty soon, within the next couple of weeks. So the potatoes have been growing and flowering for a while now. Some of them are starting to get yellow and die back. I would expect in the next week or two it will probably be time to cut these tops off and get to harvesting. But I'm going to let them finish flowering. The beans are still growing kind of like crazy here. I have a couple leaves in here that look like they might have died or whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I think it's mostly just mechanical damage from some thunderstorms. And today is weekly feeding day. And my tomatoes have gotten too big and they've started to fall over, so I got to kind of restake them here. They're just kind of getting so productive, and they have so many clusters of tomatoes back in them that they're just getting real heavy. So I'm going to do what I can do and try to keep them growing. But yeah, everything is going real well in the garden, and so it's just that these I may have to come up with a better, bigger staking system next year for them. Okay, so here are the pumpkin plants. As you can see, I am fighting potassium deficiencies on these. I'm having to put some extra potassium down quite a bit. But I am going to go ahead with the weekly feed. I'm going to put the weekly feed down today, and then about halfway through the week I'll do a potassium. And I might do some extra magnesium with it as well. But they are vining out and getting big. They look like fairly happy pumpkins though. Just keep putting some potassium on them and keep them growing. And this is just because I didn't plant these according to the method. I planted 3 plants real close together, and they're all competing for resources. Alright, so that's how it's going in the garden. It is hot out here today, and I just want to get this stuff watered, tied up on the tomatoes, get that tomato plant out of here, and get back inside in the air conditioning. That's what I love about Mittleider gardening, is even though I'm feeding today, I really only have 5 or 10 minutes worth of work to do. I'm back inside. In fact, doing the video is going to take longer than actually doing the work on the garden for the day. I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper. Remember, be happy and be frugal out there.